Before we start today's video, check out our merch shop, linked in the description down below. Use code Ahsoka in all caps to get $7 off your order. May the Force be with you, and enjoy the vid.
Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have an exciting update into the regards of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, into the regards of its overall production, its filming, everything that we know about that. We're going to go ahead, we're going to break it all down, everything that we do know, and everything that we're anticipating, more importantly of course, right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Okay, so as I had mentioned there in our prologue right there as well, we're talking about the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, when it's going to finally begin filming in its production here. In this video, we are going to be taking a quick read from ScreenRant.com. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there, as well as an overall garnering source. More importantly, I'm not just some random guy talking about nonsense exactly. So their article is posted from a couple of weeks ago now, July 22nd of this year, of course. And we're now getting new reports of saying that the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is finally going to go up and get the cameras rolling in actual production and filming in about 3 weeks. So seeing that this article came out on July 22nd, that's about a week or two ago now, we can anticipate for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie to begin its production and filming in about a week or two here. I think honestly, if for anything, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to call it right now. D23 is right around the corner. Actually, at the time of recording and publishing this video, it's next weekend, taking place from August 9th to the 11th. I think that this is where we'll see Lucasfilm announce that like production and filming of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is actually happening. Like it's going to go up. Like we just saw Marvel Studios do the same thing with the Fantastic Four movie. They had an announcement and confirmation of the Fantastic Four at Comic-Con at their Hall H panel, by which if you are a Marvel fan, we have our Marvel channel linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. So they came out with a new announcement about the Fantastic Four movie, essentially some plot details and even a concept trailer, a little sneak peek there as well. And then go on to proceed to say, oh yeah, and the film is going to start next week. So I think that anyway, we could see a very similar thing with Lucasfilm at their D23 panel here that's taking place next weekend. Give us a more solidified confirmation on filming and production of the movie. Not just that, but also garnering at the D23 event. We'll probably get like a new logo and kind of like title reveal of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Anyway, their article goes on to read, ever since the announcement of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, updates about the next Star Wars movie have been quite sparse, but we've been keeping you guys updated here on the channel, of course. But a new report suggests that this project may finally hit the ground running very soon. Fingers crossed. The movie, based on the highly successful Star Wars Disney Plus TV show, The Mandalorian, of course, was first announced back in January of this year and has received little to no updates ever since. But as I had mentioned, there have been talks here and there that we've been very, continuous and sparse to continue to keep you guys updated here on the channel. Audiences have since been anxiously waiting any kind of news about the Mandalorian and Grogu, and now a new report has arrived to offer a semblance of hope and excitement for these eager viewers. It is honestly very important and very special because it feels very difficult to see any Star Wars movie going up. Like there's been several Star Wars movie projects that have been announced or in the talks or quote unquote in the works in the last several years, ever since the 2019 The Rise of Skywalker movie, and none of them have ever fully fleshed out to the point of where we have the cameras rolling. So seeing that the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, for one, has a finished script and is like on that pre-production road and is that close to actual filming and production is very, very exciting. So, shared by MakingStarWars.com as their source, the upcoming The Mandalorian and Grogu movie is reportedly set to start filming in quote-unquote about 3 weeks in El Segundo. This would put it about 2 months after its previously reported start date in June, though this delay isn't exactly a concern, seeing that The Mandalorian and Grogu movie isn't even set to release until May of 2026. which of course has been the common kind of talk of town that we've been discussing here on the channel to kind of keep some of that hope, and it seems that a lot of other people out there agree with the idea of that. Well, the Mandalorian and Grogu movie was supposed to go up at the beginning of the summer in May or in June, and then from there we just didn't hear anything about it, anything from an official source, from Lucasfilm themselves, or from any of these other sources like Making Star Wars or StarWarsNews.com, of course, as well, up until now. And the point is that people were saying, even though if it's going to be delayed, which seemed to have been the case, talking back in the past tense, for looking back at this from June, even if this movie was going to go up in the fall even, it would still be on track for its 2026 May release. This time frame for principal photography, however, its overall filming and production, isn't the only news included in this report. There's more. It was also reported that some of the scenes for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie have actually already been filmed with a limited cast, which likely includes cast members who will not be available for the actual duration of the principal photography, the main filming and production portion. This, of course, it brings one name of mind for many Mandalorian enthusiasts out there, Pedro Pascal, Din Djarin himself, who has famously been quite busy in the last year or two, honestly, it feels at this point. I know it's a bit confusing. How are you going to film only a couple of scenes with your main actor? I think that is able to be done because there, of course, are going to be scenes with a wider cast and more characters. There's a possibility of having Boba Fett and the Armorer and Ahsoka and all these other characters included in the movie, but there, of course, are going to be a couple of scenes with maybe just, Mando himself and maybe some of that other limited cast out there. So to kind of bring that in and kind of like just knock those out really, sets itself and has it going. Now, also mind you, it isn't necessarily, confirmed necessarily that these scenes are, solidified and have to actually have been done in the last couple of weeks. I honestly come back to D23. If for anything, we'll have more solidified confirmation at Lucasfilm's D23 panel next weekend. We, looking also back on it, very similar to the Fantastic Four, there was that concept trailer that was shown at Comic-Con, which showed the actual actors and like in their suits and doing stuff. It's essentially like test screening footage, though, is kind of the difference, is that concept trailer of the Fantastic Four was more of this test screening footage, like the actors trying on costumes and testing out lighting and things like that, essentially. I don't think that the Mandalorian and Grogu movie did that necessarily, and maybe actually did wipe out a couple of scenes. Now, if this claim does come to be true, and if this is the case, and it seems as if Pascal could be seen in Mando's armor in this movie after all, like without the helmet is the main point, because there are stunt doubles that are usually in the actual costume, himself, rather than Pedro Pascal. Anyway, I'll continue to keep you guys updated with all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns that we do here on the channel. It's all the more reason to grab that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and of course, this has been an official Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.